Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be cooking some vegetable chili. So unfortunately you're not going to be able to try it though. I mean, you can probably get the idea, but you're not going to be able to taste it at the end unless you follow along and make your own. I'm just looking at the comments. Hi guys, hi Candice. It's nice to see everybody. So what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be making some vegetable chili. I have some ingredients here. So I have been chopping, where's the best place to show you? So I've been chopping onion. So we have 2 lots of onion. I have been chopping garlic as well. So we have some garlic. We have some vegetable stock, and you can either use the cubes or the gel. Some rice. I have chickpeas. Where is the camera? I have some chickpeas, and I have chopped all this veg. So we've got broccoli, peas, sweet corn. We've got green beans. I've even got some bean shoots there. All sorts of nice things. There we go. And we need oil. I usually use olive oil, but we haven't got any at the minute. Some passata, which is just mushy, strained tomato, chickpeas, and then my special ingredient, which is chipotle, or I call it chipotle. It's not called chipotle, it's called chipotle, I think. Chili cooking sauce, which I absolutely adore. So let's get into this cooking. Okay, so you can have anything with this. You can have pasta with it, rice with it. I tend to do the carbs, so I'll have rice, and then sometimes I'll do like a bit of garlic bread as well. Anyway, it's nice to see you. Thank you for popping in. And I will release this video to everybody next week. Okay, so let's get this cooking going. So I need to move my iPad so we don't burn it. Let's put it there a second. Turn the cooking on gas. We're cooking on gas. Okay. So let's get some oil. Bit of oil. And what I usually like to do first is when it's hot, is put my garlic and my onions in first, and then the whole house just smells amazing. And it's like it's kind of like stewing your onion up, and it just gives flavour to the whole recipe if you start off the garlic early. So I'll show you a second. Pan. Okay, so we're going to let that get warm. So what's going on at the minute? Well, we've got the grand jury. It seems to be there's a grand jury every other week. First of all, we heard that Brian Koberger, that there was a grand jury indictment with his parents. And I mean, I don't know what that's for. Something to do with this woman. And it's like, well, what do they know? It's got to be. I don't think they knew her. I'm thinking that it's possibly to do with them giving him an alibi for where he was. Maybe he was with them at the time she went missing. Having said that, I mean, if you said to me last May, on the 28th of May 2022, what were you doing? I'd be like, I've no idea. I mean, it's a year ago. So they must have good memories. That's all I can say. So this is the second lot of this I've cooked today. That's why the pan's not thoroughly clean. Okay, so we're going to put in the onion first. Oh, you can hear it cooking. You'll be able to smell it in a minute. all the garlic in. Smelling amazing. Well, my neighbours will be knocking on the door wanting some. So, as you can see, garlic and onions, looking good. Whole house smells great. So I mean, you can make this with meat. Most people prefer meat. I tend to eat a lot of vegetables, and I sometimes put chicken in. You know, if I've got guests, or fish or things like that. But yeah, I do tend to make more vegetable dishes than I do anything else. So as you can see, I'm sauteing the onions and garlic, and then when they start to turn brown, we'll start adding some other bits and bobs. So it looks like Maddie Mogan and Kaylee's parents are suing the state of Idaho. I've just seen the paperwork for that, and I did start uploading the video. For some reason, my Wi-Fi at the moment is so bad here. Right, so the garlic is starting to brown off. So what we're going to do is we are going to add, can you get the lid off this with one hand, the vegetable stock. Let's just turn this down. Now you can put the vegetable stock in hot water. I'm just going to add the water separately because it's all going to get hot when it goes in here anyway. So I'm adding the vegetable stock now, as you can see, when it wants to leave the packet. Squidge it out. Glass of water. And that's going to start to fizz. And then we've got, I'll show you what it looks like. A whole ass mess right now. Okay, so we've got the vegetable stock. And you can use as many vegetable stock as you want. I usually use 2. And we've got some water in there as well. Got a bit more. Okay. So the vegetable stock is starting to dissolve in the water. I was going to have to use chicken, but I did actually manage to find some vegetable stock at the back of the cupboard. There we go. And we'll just turn it back up again. Sorry, I've got shaky hand syndrome today. I'm going to start adding some of these vegetables here. Should we just tip them all in? There we go. You can see all the lovely vegetables. And we'll smother them all in this juice. Smells amazing right now. Okay. My mum always says you put far too many chickpeas in, so we're not going to put as many chickpeas in today. So we've got all the vegetables in there, and at the minute all we've got in there is garlic. We've got garlic, onions, some vegetable stock, water, and then the vegetables. Okay. And then I'm just going to prop you up here while I get a knife. I haven't got the most modern kitchen in the world, but it does just for me and Penny. As long as we can cook in it, it's a home. Right, so now I'm going to add the passata. So this is the mushy, strained tomato. Show you what that looks like. And I'm using 3/4 of that. So we've covered the vegetables in the tomato. We'll mix that round. This. It's really quick and really easy, and what I tend to do is I've got some plastic containers, you know, like some boxes with lids, and what I do is, because obviously this is a lot and I haven't got a massive appetite, so you can have it with whatever you want, but I'll cook it and then I'll like batch cook it. So this is the second one I've made today, and then it will go in boxes in the freezer, and then when I'm hungry or when I'm working shifts and I'm tired and I know I'm going to be coming home late, I'll just get some of this out. Let me just stand it up again. So now we are on this chipotle paste, and this is what makes this got like the chili in it and everything. So I'm going to use half a jar of this. The whole house smells amazing right now, guys. Can you hear it sizzling? It really does smell amazing in here. Okay. Stand you back up again. I'll get my lemon. And then what you need to do is squeeze in. I don't really add salt and pepper to my recipes, but you can. Oh, I've just squirted it all over the kitchen. So I'll squeeze my lemon in, a full half a lemon, and then I'll even leave the lemon in there while it cooks. I have got clean hands, by the way. Oh my gosh, that smells amazing. So you can add your salt and pepper to taste. I just really don't cook with salt and pepper. It's just something I never grew up with, so I don't miss it. And that's looking really nice. Okay, so we've got the garlic, we've got the onions, we've got the vegetables. And what I will do is I will make a note of what we did. So if anybody wants to make it after they've watched this, they can. And I don't do many cooking videos because at the end of the day, the channel is about crime. But it's just nice sometimes just to have a look at something a bit different. And this is a tried and proven recipe. And I know when my mum comes tomorrow for her visit, her weekly visit, the first thing she'll be doing is going in the freezer looking for her portion. So, just get these. I did get all these boxes, as you can see, and they come with like lids. And they're just so useful because you can just portion them off, like make say 4 portions. I mean, I don't know how big your portion sizes are, but this will do me in four amounts. Well, maybe 3. And you can have it poured over fries. Sometimes I have it poured over like oven fries. Some days I will have it with as a side to like chicken or fish. You could make pasta and pour it over the pasta, which is nice. Or you could make rice, which I've got here. And you just, that tastes really good. So you can have it in all different ways, but it really does taste amazing. And that then we leave to simmer for probably 15 minutes. It starts to thicken up, so you can have it thinner or thicker. If you don't want it any thicker, you can add water to it to make it thinner, or you can just leave it as it is and it becomes like a stew kind of consistency. But it tastes really good. So we're going to let that simmer for 15 minutes. If you want to add more lemon, you can. And I think tonight I might have this with garlic bread actually. I did buy some garlic bread from, well, you call it Walmart. We call it Asda. It's the same shop, but it's got a different name over here. So it's called Asda over here. It's the same like colour logo and everything. And we get garlic bread. So I'm going to have some garlic bread, I think, with it later. So it's just simmering nicely for 15 minutes. So start putting everything away, start tidying up. And yeah, I think I was going to have it with rice, but you know what, I've changed my mind and I think I'm going to have it with garlic bread tonight. And then I'll portion it off and put what I don't eat in the freezer. Garlic bread, yes, garlic bread would be amazing, Candice. Can you see it? Can you smell it? Just, oh. And like I said, you can put chicken in it or whatever you want. I just choose to have loads of veggies. So it's really good for you. And this, I mean, obviously you've got your one of your 5 a day from the passata, so tomatoes. This has got all sorts of chili beans in it and chipotle paste. This is one of your 5 a day. You've got loads of vegetables in here, so it is actually really tasty and it is really good for you as well. Because that's the thing with me, I just kind of find the things that are really healthy, boring and untasteful, and the really nice things like Coke and chocolate, I like the tasty things. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so this is my recipe that I cook. I mean, I say recipe, I'm using a jar here, and I get this from Walmart, or Asda as we call it here. Chipotle, and that is the main ingredient, this chipotle, and you can get it in like a powder or a paste or in a jar. It smells amazing. You can see the lemon. So we're going to let that simmer for a bit, thicken up, create some washing up for me. So yeah, I've got a video uploading at the minute on Chilli and Maddie, and the fact that their parents are still in the state of Moscow. So we'll see what's going to go on with that. I'm not sure if all of the families are going to do the same. It seems that Maddie and Kaylee's families are both using the same attorney, that's Shannon Gray. But we haven't heard much from Ethan and Zana's family in way of whether they're doing the same thing at the minute. We have a restaurant chain called Chipotle. Oh, do you? Oh, wow. I would love to go there. If I come over, Candice, we're going. So, looking good. So I've got my containers ready, and when it cools down, I'll box it off. So what you need for this recipe from the beginning is I put 4 garlic cloves in because I like it quite garlicky, with 1 small onion, but you can use a big onion if you want. And then I sauteed the onion and garlic together, made the whole house smell amazing. Then added 2 vegetable stock cubes, but you could add chicken stock cubes if you wanted. If you're putting, meat with it, or beef stock cubes. And then added some water, maybe like, say, half a pint, 3/4 of a pint of water. All my vegetables in it. including my chickpeas and everything. Then the tomato, and then I added the chipotle and squeezed some lemon in. There we go. Looking good. So how is everybody? Hi Candice. It's Mexican. It's great. I need to move to Mexico. I need to move. It tastes amazing. I love Mexican food. Right, let's turn this down a bit. So yeah, that is my recipe. There you go. I knew it wasn't going to be like a massive live. It was only going to be a short live because I'd actually prepared everything. I was going to cut everything with you, but it would have meant going up into the attic to get the stand for the iPad so that I could position it. So I thought, I'll chop everything ready. So I just had everything all ready to go. So obviously it didn't take as long. But there you go. My recipe. Well, thank you for watching, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed this. I know you can't smell it, but it does actually taste amazing right now. The whole house smells great. The cats are meowing in the front room because they think they're having some and they're not. And yeah, this will do me for like taking to work. When I finish at 7 o'clock at night, by the time I get home, got my pajamas on, had a shower, sat down, fed the cats, done the litter trays, done everything I need to do around the house. It's just too late to be cooking. So what I do is I take a portion of this out of the oven on a morning so it can defrost while I'm at work, and then I'll just like pour it over whatever I want. And it's really good for you. And the reason why I started getting into making this is because I was becoming very, very tired all the time, and I've had quite a lot of time off work over the last couple of years, to the fact where they've actually started calling me sick note now at work. So with me going back to work just recently, I've been trying to change things like my diet. I'm trying to, I think, to be honest with you, I'm maybe going through an early change, but I thought, well, start trying to eat a bit more healthily. So that's where this recipe came from. But it tastes, oh my God, it smells great. So there you go, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for Thank you, Candace, for being here. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Mwah.